my name is Amit Ghosh, and this review is about OnePlus 9R mobile phone, which I just recently purchased in September last year, 2021. Samsung, I was little superstitious of buying it all over again, and when I was looking for similar specs within that budget, so I found that OnePlus has all those features. In fact, a few better features, in fact, and within that budget range, it was there available. There was a discount going on which was making it come within my budget, which is less than 40,000. I had looked at other phones as well, but I was not much convinced about MI because as Xiaomi, I had a few bad experiences after buying Xiaomi high-end phones within that budget range. When the phone used to come on Xiaomi Note 10 Pro Max, it was not showing the name of the person, so it was impossible for me to know who's calling. Then I purchased Samsung because Samsung basically the camera was very good, excellent camera it had, and it had all the features I wanted. But then it got picked up, so I then again came to OnePlus 9R. And if given a choice, I would have picked up iPhone, but iPhone, two problems were there. One was it was expensive. Obviously, it's very expensive. Second was that the battery, the phone being very compact, the battery size being small, even after optimization, the battery didn't last long, was a feedback my friends gave me. So I zeroed down to OnePlus 9. Qualcomm Snapdragon processor, which is considered to be the best in series, only second to iPhone, maybe, or equal to iPhone. So when I purchased this phone, that time, the latest Snapdragon was 870, which is this one only. Later on, 888 came into existence, which was better than this. Okay, this is the basic element of the phone, and it has Android 11 version, which is upgradable to 12. They'll give a free upgrade, and it has an Oxygen operating system, which is a proprietary mobile operating system developed by OnePlus, which is like a wrapper on the Android 11. Because every phone generally has two operating systems. One is the core and one is the wrapper. Core is Android, whatever version is going on. It's 11, Android 11. And on top of it, it is Oxygen. You can see this, it's Oxygen. 11 point some version is there. That makes the mobile more customizable, more user-friendly, because Android is a basic core software only to make the functioning work. But the customization which every mobile company offers is basis their own OS, which is like a wrapper on top of the Android. The basic Android software doesn't allow you much tweaking. But the companies know that a person spending 40,000 on a mobile would like the mobile to behave in his own pattern. These three icons at the bottom, one is a home button, one is a recent button, and one is a back button. Whenever there is a wrapper on the Android, which the mobile company provides, you can customize it. You can make the back button go to the left or to the right. You can assign additional functions to the home button with a long press or a double press or a triple press. Or you can, the recent button can do multiple functions, which is not possible in a stock Android. So these phones have a wrapper which make it customizable. It's really helpful also, because one single button gives you multiple functions and as per your taste. Okay. A lot of people are used to go back from the right, but a lot of people want it from the left only. If they want to go back, they want to press the left button and they go to the previous screen. So it's up to you where you want that button. In the wrapper, you all can customize it. Home button can take you to the home, or it can go to a Google search, or it can enable or disable a function on the mobile. Or you can make the screen split into two parts and work on two apps at the same time, vertically. So that is one function of a wrapper, which is not provided in a stock Android. The signal retention quality, which is actually a very core quality of a mobile phone. When you're talking to somebody, there are phones which will lose signal faster than a phone which is better than that. Like example, if you talk, my wife has a MI phone. It is a MI Note 9 Pro Max, and we both have Airtel connection. We are both standing in the same place, but my phone will be operating very nicely without any signal drop or call drop, and her phone will show low signal and calls will be dropped. Signal retention is 10 out of 10. You will never find a problem कि signal kam aa raha hai, nahi aa raha hai, call drop ho gaya. All that shit things will be eliminated from your life if you're using OnePlus phone, especially OnePlus 9R. That is I think the forte of this phone. It never drops the signal, and it maintains a full signal wherever possible. There are places where signals are low. Samsung A72 used to get warm while working on a video. This never gets warm. Temperature is always cool, normal. It will not heat up. Samsung A72 having the same processor heats up. So this is a better feature quality over here. Basic security, it is aligned to the Android security patches. The routine updates are always available. I think fingerprint is precise. I tried using other fingerprints, other people, it never worked. Passwords, you have multiple options. Either you go with a 4-digit PIN or you go for the combination of PIN and character. That is option is there. Face unlock is there, but it is very precise face unlock. It detects you are wearing a specs or not wearing a specs. So while registering your face, it will say register if you're wearing specs, register both with specs and without specs. That means they have worked on very detailing the security. If a user is actually wearing a specs or not wearing a specs, it should understand and recognize the user correctly. So I think security is also excellent in this phone. 9 out of 10. When we talk about touch screen and the speed with which the phone reads your touches and responds to it, I think nothing can beat OnePlus. Nothing can beat. It is one of the core USPs of this phone that it is working so fast. See, within seconds, within not even seconds, fraction of seconds, you want the address book, and this is 8,000 entries. WhatsApp is one of the most resource draining applications. So in WhatsApp also, you can see it is very fast. That is my personal feedback after using this phone for a few months. Like even before you can in a way phrase it like that, even before you think it knows what you are going to do. You will find yourself slower than the phone. When you want to actually test the phone, you feel it is working faster than you. You want something before fraction of a second, it is already, and you try to disturb the phone by seeing how you can actually do it, get the phone confused. You yourself will get confused. It will not get confused. Fingerprint sensor is on the front screen. Unlike fingerprint sensor, previously OnePlus used to give it on the back. This phone has it on the front, and like some companies give it over here also. But with Samsung, I had a problem. The fingerprint sensor was on the front. One second, yeah, it was on the front, and it was not working in Samsung properly. Like you keep on pressing, it doesn't read it. So I used to think there is some problem with my finger only. I used to think that way. But after buying OnePlus 9R, I found front sensor is equally good. Now I'll show you how I open it. It opens. Every time it opens. Unlike Samsung, which used to like 4 or 5 times I'm trying, khul gaya, otherwise put the code. So I feel this has a better fingerprint sensor, in-screen fingerprint sensor. It's a good feature they have. It reads very fast. Processing is ultra fast, like unbeatable. Okay. That is, I think that is the best part, because the current days, see, I have almost 118 applications in my phone almost, and a lot of editing tools. I have video editing tools which are very heavy, and I have tried using multiple applications together. A lot of windows open and working on all the windows one by one. It did not let me down. Never. Basically, the audio quality I feel it's much more louder. In fact, it's a little more loud when actually it should be, because when you talk to somebody on the phone, it is actually very loud. You have to reduce the volume. Unlike some phones where you are struggling to hear, ki kya bola, this is like it's already so loud, you have to reduce the volume. It's very easy to hear somebody on the phone. And at the same time, if you switch on the speaker phone, it is substantially very clear, very loud, and very much audible. Even in noisy places, you can hear it very well. And about music, I'll just play one sample. Now you can hear this. Audio is crystal clear, very loud, and you won't find any point which you can actually crib about. Audio, I'm 100% satisfied with this phone. Now, when I come to the camera, then comes the grievance part. Now, everything in this phone is excellent, but somehow the camera, it is good for an average person. It is good, but being a camera freak, I find it a little let down. Yeah, if I compare it to my previous phone, which was Samsung A72, the quality of the camera, the kind of colors, the vividness of the colors it used to capture, This camera has an artificial tint it creates. It is good from one point of view, that if you switch on the night mode or you go and click somewhere where you lot of glare light is coming on the camera, it manages and it balances out everything. But then ultimately the result which you get here, you get almost perfect shots. See, suppose I just click myself. 1 second, I'll just click myself only from the back camera. Now, this I've clicked myself. It is not pixel. 1 second, it is not pixelating. You can see here. Good, but I'll tell you this, and that is how people are not able to find what the problem is, because they look at these basic things only. But being a camera person, when I feel that the natural color ratio is altered, and you get an artificial tint, which is difficult to understand, but a person who knows about photography will know that, okay, that natural thing is gone. In low light situations, if you always have to switch on the night mode. If you don't switch on the night mode, it can't handle at all. It blurs the colors, it blurs the lighting. And if I go into a low light area and I don't use the proper mode, it is not able to handle it. It pixelates and it distorts, because even inside the room, if I switch off the lights or I switch on only one light, it will not be able to handle it nicely, very nicely. That was the second drawback it had. The front camera is a selfie camera. This selfie camera is not really up to the mark, which I feel. The front camera, see, it induces blur, plus also it pixelates, and it doesn't have a wide mode. In Samsung, they had a wide angle, because normally when you click selfies, your hand is not very long and you're not always carrying a selfie stick. And suppose there are 4 people over here and 2 people over there, then you can't take a selfie. People are cut out. Samsung, it used to capture everything, like 4 people here, 2 people here. Easily, I used to, with my short hands, I used to capture, because it had a wide angle selfie camera, which is missing here. They haven't given a wide angle selfie camera. They've given a 16 megapixel standard width camera. And even within 16 megapixels, I feel it induces blur. It is, in fact, OnePlus 6 was much better in camera quality, both rear and front, rather than OnePlus 9. That is why I was let down, because I had also experienced OnePlus 6 previously. And knowing the quality of the camera, I was actually assured this one will have good camera, and plus whatever extra features. OnePlus 9R, they have what they have done is increase the height and reduce the weight as compared to the previous phones. Now this gives good benefit, because people can hold it nicely. The grip is good. While putting it in the pocket, if you have a very broad phone, it sometimes creates difficulty when you are wearing a jeans or something. It fits tightly. So this is easy to hold and easy to talk. The grip is very good grip. Because having an experience of getting the phone snatched from my hand, I think I want to hold it tight. So this gives me a grip, and I think the sufficient height is there. I never feel as if some screen is not properly visible or something. It's a good dimensions, and I think very optimized, very thoughtfully they have made the phone. And while Samsung was a little broad, this is not that much broad. It is a little less broad, and height is increased. When you're taking screenshots, if it's a long phone, then you can capture a little more extra. Suppose there is a photograph on Facebook and some comment is there. If the height is less, the comment may be reduced by 2 lines. Now, this is one example. Now, when you see say some lines written at the bottom of the photograph, okay, now everything will fit in. Now, suppose there are likes underneath the text, there are likes and all. So if you have a shorter length phone, it will actually wrap the text. It has a very premium look and feel. When you hold the phone in your hand, you feel that black, it's a matte, it's not glossy, it is matte. If you carefully see, it's matte. And it is Gorilla Glass 5 on both sides. It's very slim to hold, not very thick. So you get that premium feel. Premium look and feel is, no doubt it is there. When you look at the phone, you feel good. You feel a little proud. Yeah, महंगा चीज use कर रहे हैं. It's not only the cost is 40,000. It is the look and feel is equally looks expensive. The phone processor is I think 10 out of 10. If there was 10 out of 11, I would have given 11. Premium feel, good, very well designed, good to hold in your hand, good to show off. 10 out of 10 look and feel. Touch screen, I'll give it a 9 out of 10 because once in a while the fingers rarely doesn't read. I could have given 10, but okay, 1 point reduced for that. 9 out of 10. Camera, I'm not happy with the camera. I will give it 5 out of 10. It is 10 out of 10. Sound is very good. And signal retention is 10 out of 10 because that's a basic quality, and I feel it's, I think, the best in this segment. You take any phone, Samsung A72 used to lose signals. So to summarize, for looking at the kind of requirements a person has when a person is living virtually on the phone, this phone, this handles your entire life, and it will never give you a reason to crib, except the camera, which I have a personal problem with it. Otherwise, everything is excellent. The processing speed, the display quality, when you go out in the sun, the display changes to a very bright screen, so it makes you see what is there. Unlike MI or a Xiaomi phone, which is struggling to show you what is on the screen in the dark, in the bright sun. Like only iPhone Retina displays, Samsung AMOLED, and OnePlus AMOLED, they are able to very precisely show you what's on the screen, even when you're standing in the outside sun. Processing is fast. It can handle multiple apps together. Photography is okay, above average, but not excellent. Sound is excellent. Hey guys, if you like my review, please do not forget to press the bell icon and subscribe to this channel. This is No More Ifs.